I potatoed so hard there.
Okay.
Any other medics that
Sorry guys, I just gotta turn my TV down here. I just got done watching and it's kind of funny. A bunch of videos, various videos on
Let me get back here with you, buddy.
these guys voicing their opinion. Let me go ahead and hold on, guys. I'll turn my light on so it's better lighting in here.
Let me get you, buddy.
All right, we'll do that. Sorry about my wet hair as well. I went ahead and just hopped out of the shower. But anyways, about the videos that I seen, and it was about you know, these guys voicing their opinion about liberal social justice warriors, just Antifa people. You know, and not unfortunate, but fortunately, you know, I haven't had the pleasure of coming encounter with these Antifa people or social justice warriors, these liberals, you know, especially like speaking of like liberals and stuff like that. You know, I watched a video and it was this lady. She purposely went into this supermarket. Well, it didn't even look like a supermarket, to be honest with you. But she went into this, it was a privately owned establishment. It was like Discounts and More or something like that. And she saw, sorry guys, I got a scratch by it. She saw a rug, and the rug was a Confederate flag hanging on the wall. Well, all of a sudden she started ranting and raving at the employees about how it's racist to have that. You guys should take it down, this, that, and the other. And she was calm throughout this whole first video. She did like multiple videos. So the first video, she was calm, and you could see like on her back, she had one of those little baby holder things that women wear. You know, it comes down here, and then it holds the baby in your back, on your back. But she was calm and stuff. And why you would even bring your kids to a confrontation like that, I have no idea. But anyway, she was calm and collective. And then the second video that she had made, the guy, the owner, or an employee actually, I think it was, because later on in the video he's like, I work here. But he came outside because these employees told her, look, if you don't like it, if you don't like what we have hanging up in the store, which I am in agreement to, don't shop here or leave. You know, no one's forcing you to be there, which no one was. No one's forcing this woman to stay there. So she leaves, you know, and she's at her car. She's like, I think, buckling her kid in, or in the midst of buckling her kid in. Let me I'm just gonna pause that so this way. But anyway, so she's in the midst of buckling her kid in the child seat, and that's when it starts recording, or she starts recording again. And she goes ahead, and the guy is like 75 plus feet away. I mean, you know, well, you guys could do the math or the calculation. But he's standing like 75 feet plus feet away from this woman. And, she starts recording again, talking about, oh, stay away from me, stop approaching me. And the guy's standing perfectly still. The guy's not walking any further towards her. Nothing, you know. And then she starts breaking down in the crocodile tears. I think her name was Heather something. It was like Heather something. Heather Frank Craig was her name. And you can look it up on her Facebook. Actually, I went onto her Facebook page, and apparently her private Facebook page was torn down. But I wanted to. The reason why I went on there is because I wanted to personally see these videos that she had posted, because it was like 3 of them, and the guy that was showing it on YouTube showed us 2 of them. The one that I just discussed, where she's in the store and she's like, "Oh, it's racist. You should take down the rug. It's, you know, the Confederate flag is a symbol of racism and slavery and stuff like that." And so on and so forth. And then the second is the one that I'm explaining to you guys now about where, she turns around and the guy's like 75 feet plus away from her, standing perfectly still, making sure that she's leaving the property, because this is a private establishment. It's not like she's standing on, excuse me, almost choked. It ain't like she's standing on the sidewalk, which is public, This is private property. She's in the parking lot of this establishment. And so she starts crying, and this one lady that's standing by the guy comes on over to help her. Like, hey, look, I'll walk, make sure he doesn't come near you or anything like that, which he wasn't anyways. So this way you can buckle your kid in, because she was afraid that he was going to like attack her or something. And then she goes on to telling this lady, oh yeah, they already attacked me in the store and da 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 da, which is a bunch of crack. And then so she ends up like packing her kid up and ends up leaving. But that's just one example. Excuse me. Amongst many. And when I say many, goodness gracious, excuse me. And when I mean many, excuse me, I gotta take a drink. And when I mean many, I literally mean probably thousands of videotape of these social justice warriors and liberals and these people on that root and vote, or not vote, but more or less root for the left and their bullshit ways, and it's all boils down after watching numerous videos of this. It all boils down to one thing. Well, more than one thing, but the main thing is they have no point. They don't make any legitimate argument. Yeah, they say the USA or America's fascist and this, that, and the other, but I don't even think they realize or understand or even know the definition of fascist. And if they don't like it here so much, why don't they move? That's what I'm mind boggled about, is that these people sit here and they just hate America so much. But why don't you just move? Like, I'm still waiting on these celebrities when they were all over Facebook talking about, yeah, if Trump's elected, I'm moving out of this country. Like Miley Cyrus and Rosie O'Donnell and Whoopi Goldberg. And yet I'm still waiting for their departure. Which I know is never going to happen, because they know, as much as me and fellow pro-Americans know, that this is the greatest country on earth. If you go to any place out in the Middle East, of which I have served, I've had my deployment in Afghanistan, and it is shit over there, okay? When you have a pro-dominant Muslim, well, it's all Muslim, in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, they have laws for women. And that is that women are not allowed to walk beside or in front of a man. They have to, and have no choice in the matter but to walk behind the man. They are not allowed to backtalk their husband. They are not allowed to go out in public with any of their hair showing. Okay, that's why they wear their hijabs, or hijab, whatever, however you want to pronounce it. And that's for married women. Where the married women wear the hijabs, where it's just covering their hair, and the unmarried women cover everything but their eyes. Okay, so they know this, and that's why they won't move to there. They won't move to Europe, where now I'm understanding that Europe is now being invaded by all these jihads, by all these ISIS, pro-ISIS Muslims, and are going ahead and forcefully making Europe into Sharia law. And they won't move to Africa for whatever reason. You know, Africa is a beautiful country. Certain parts ain't so much, but other parts are gorgeous, you know. And there's parts of Europe that are gorgeous too. I remember when my dad was in the army and we lived in Germany. You know, the first time I was a little baby, didn't remember it, but the second time I was there for 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful country. How it is now, I don't know. I've only passed through there coming from Afghanistan to Germany, Germany to New York, New York to my duty station, to where I went ahead and signed my DD 214. But anyway, but I guess the one picture that I've seen of Paris ever since they took in all these refugees looks pretty disgusting. You know, I mean, the whole streets are lined up with nothing but trash. Basically trash. You know, cardboard, used, I guess, cups, sandwich bags, stuff like that. You know, trash, basically. And that's just a picture that I've seen. Like I said, I haven't been to Paris. I haven't been to England. Any of those countries. Well, London's not a country; it's a city. But the UK or France or Italy, I haven't been to any of them, so I wouldn't know. I know Poland has stood up, and I'm Polish. I know you guys may see their American flag behind me because I am American. I was born in Chicago, raised everywhere else because, like I said, my dad was in the military. He was in the Army for 21 years, so we bounced around all the time. But anyway, so like I said, I'm yet to see these celebrities that, you know, think America is so bad with our fascism and shit like that. I'm yet to see them leave, you know? And that's because they know it's not going to get any better for them. Plus, I think they're just here to be like a little gnat in the sky, you know, or a gnat that bugs you, you know, or a bug that keeps on flying around your face and bugs you, and, you know, you're sitting there swatting it. That's, I think, what their main objective is to be. I'm not 100% sure, so I can't really say. But I do know that if you don't like it here, if you hate America so much, then why not just leave? Why not just pack your stuff and go? Go live somewhere else. No one's forcing you to be here. And that's all I have to say on that.